Hello and welcome! Now that Old World has released Empire of Man faction with lots of new units and Battalion, I felt the need to dust off my old collection of Warhammer Fantasy 6th edition starter packs and finally paint them. And I'm excited to share my process. I'm starting off with Empires. As you can see, some of my units are already halfway painted, and quite well too. That's because it's been really difficult to find a complete package to purchase online, so I bought them from different people. Trying to improve my speed painting skills and be as efficient and effective as possible, I decided to spend one weekend for each army. So, starting off, Chaos Black Spray Primer. Try to cover the whole unit and get all the nooks and crannies. We're going to do a second layer of priming with White Scar. This is only going to be from a downwards angle from the front to create a zenithal highlight effect, which is going to be a super quick and easy way to establish all the highlights that we want for the units. When you're done, it should look something like this. Next up is Blood Angels Red. As you may have noticed from the thumbnail or the introduction of the video, I went for the classic red and white color scheme. It's a fairly simple step. You're gonna want to paint the arms and the legs in alternating colors. As you can see here, I want to use the red to detail out a few interesting points on the general, like his skirt, top of his head, and his shield. For the flag, I took a very simplified approach, basically only coloring it in red to avoid any freehand work. After that, Leadbelcher. Painting all the metal parts of all the units, like the front face armor, the helmet and the spearheads, as well as these cannonballs. Next up, Gulliman Flesh. In this step we're going to paint all the skin for all the characters, which surprisingly wasn't a lot for this army. Mostly just the hands, the heads, and the horses' ears, mouth and eyes. Next up, Wyldwood. And for this we're going to paint all the wooden parts and the leather parts, like the spear shaft, the straps and the shoes. For a drummer, I went for a simplified approach and basically used Wyldwood for most of the drum and the drumsticks. Same thing with the cannon. If you look closely at the feet, you may notice that I did paint the shoes a bit taller than I'm supposed to, giving them boots. I think that looks okay though. After that, Retributor armor. With Retributor armor, we're going to accentuate a few of the details that we want to highlight. For example, these details on the general and the end of the flag here. After that, Balthasar Gold, because I felt the inner cannon needed some separation and contrast. Next up, Imperial Fist, accentuating and separating the feathers on the caps. After that, Nuln Oil. We're using it to shade the resources of all the metal materials. For example, the cannon, the horse armor, and the weapons. Next up, Black Templar. And we're going to use Black Templar to create some dust and grime effects. I'm using it fairly sparingly, just to create some different variations and interest on the armor and some of the deeper recesses on different materials. After that, Corax White. I used it to fill out the top highlight on the white fabric, fix a few errors, and paint in the eyes and teeth for a drummer. After that, we start with the base, using Dark Earth from AK Interactive. I recommend using a texture spreader, saving the wear and tear for your other brushes, helping them stay fresh for longer. Next up, Ushabti Bone. Use a small dry brush to dry brush all of the dirt to making a nice highlight. And then Steel Union Drab to paint the sides on all of the bases. And now for the final touches, use your texture spreader to dab on some PVA glue randomly to the base. This will have it prepared so we can simply dip it into the static grass and it will create these small beautiful tufts. And then repeat this for every unit. That's it. Now where all units is painted, I'm really happy with the results. It's been fun experimenting with these simple color schemes. I've been trying to capture some realism, and I think the glossy versus matte paints is usually a really good tool to play around with, and that's definitely something I'm going to continue exploring and learning how to get the most out of it. And a small detail I totally forgot about is that the State Trooper Spearmen should have shields. They look pretty good without them as well, and without them they look more similar to the newer models anyways. If you thought it was interesting or found some inspiration for your own army, feel free to leave a like or comment, it helps you out a ton. See you in the next video where we paint the Orc army from the same starter pack.